Hello, hi everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm a proud LPA alumni. I graduated in 2003. We were the majors. Are you guys still the majors? The LPA majors?
Oh, no.
No, okay. Things change. We evolve. So a pun started my entertainment career. I know a lot of you are furrowing your brows. A pun started your entertainment career? It's true. It was April of 2008, so it's 17 years this month. I was about to graduate college, and I was feeling the pressure. I gotta get a job. All right, this is it. This is the time. I studied, I worked hard, and this is where I am. What am I going to do? I'm a theater major. How am I going to pay the bills? And they were having an open casting call in Orange County for the OC Register. They were launching a new web TV show called The Juice, web TV for OC. And they were looking for an entertainment reporter. So I said, I'm gonna go down there. I'm just gonna go down there, audition, and do my best. I show up. There are some of the most beautiful, driven, talented people in all of Southern California. I go and check in. I'm number 286. Okay? It's like American Idol. I wait in line, and I thought to myself, I need to stand out. I gotta do something to stand out. So I got closer and closer to it being my turn. And they wanted us to talk about Christina Aguilera having a baby. Who knows who Christina Aguilera is? Woo! Okay. For the young students, she's kind of like our Sabrina Carpenter back in the day. Thank you. So they wanted us to say that Christina Aguilera had a baby. They wanted us to report on it. Now, there were two ways I could have done this. I could have went out there and done a straight meeting and said, pop star Christina Aguilera just had a baby. That's fine, right? Yeah, right. Good enough. No, not for 286. I gotta stand out. So I walk up there and I say, Christina Aguilera just had a baby boy. Looks like this genie in a bottle is a genie with a bottle. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So I see the head start to perk up, and the judges look at me. Did you just come up with that? They asked, and I said, yeah. That pun got me a callback. That callback got me a second callback. And that second callback got me a phone call the next week asking me to be an entertainment reporter for The Juice. Right before graduation. That's how my story started. And from there, I got to build a reel because I was interviewing celebrities like Kim Kardashian, Kevin Bacon, John Voight. I was right out of college and already had a reel. And it got me other jobs. So we're talking about the art of possibility today. And I know the key word in possibility is possible, but I want you to lean more on the second part of the word, which is ability. It doesn't seem like it's the same word because it's spelled differently, but it sounds the same. Possibilities. We have to know what our abilities are to really, really go for those possibilities. So by a show of hands, who knows their strengths? When you go into work, who knows what they have to bring to the table? Yeah? Good. You have to know your abilities. So my ability was wordplay. Wordplay saved the day, and there's no day but today to talk about it. There was an audition for a show called Hollywood Today Live. And they wanted somebody that seemed like Jenny McCarthy. Okay, one more time, guys. Who knows who Jenny McCarthy is? My people. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm not blonde. Spoiler alert, not blonde. But I still went anyway. And I walked in and I said, I know what you're thinking. You wanted Jenny McCarthy. But I'm a little more Jenny Martinez. And I hope you'll still let me audition. And he was tickled by it. Ross the boss. And he let me audition, and he said, you know what, kid? This isn't the right job for you, but I have another job for you. And it ended up being the entertainment reporter for Hollywood Today Live. I was there for 3 years. It was on Fox stations across the nation. It was a dream. I actually met my husband on that show. I think of it fondly, and it will always be a special place in my heart. I felt like I was on top of the world. Nothing could get in my way. Professionally, on the highest mountain. And then, the best news I ever got, you got the job, you got the part. You got the role, especially being a kid from LDA. The worst news I got, you have cancer. All of a sudden, my possibilities became possibilities. Everything I had worked for just came to a halt. What was next for me? I had sacrificed so much, and now I had to have aggressive 24-hour chemo because I had blood cancer. I had to be attached to a fanny pack like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and get chemo 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. I felt like my life was over when I was really fighting for my life to get a second chance. But I'm an LDA kid. We don't give up. So I wasn't going to have lymphoma. I was going to fight cancer, and I was going to raise money for others who didn't have health insurance, who didn't have the possibility to save themselves. Because there are so many people that don't have health insurance, that don't have family, that don't have the support to fight this battle, because this is a gnarly battle. And no one should do it alone. So, I enlisted Amanda's army. I joined forces with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And while I myself was going through chemo, we raised about $50,000 for others so that they could get a second chance at life. And with my family and my faith and fortitude, I'm standing before you, a 5-year cancer survivor. Thank you so much. In fact, most people say sickness and health when they get married, but my current husband was with me while I was fighting. So we got married on my 5-year cancer anniversary. So I guess you could say from chemo bells to wedding bells. We had our own happening after, and that is January Bones. Everybody, that is our baby. Got any dog parents in the house today? Yay! They're so special to us. I stand before you as somebody who had a thick skin in Hollywood, who had to have a thick skin while fighting cancer, to tell you that I didn't know I had that ability. You don't know what you're capable of doing until you're right there in it, until you're faced with it. And so, I was lucky enough to get a second chance at life, and I wanted to really make sure I was living it right. So I turned my pain into purpose, I turned my mess into a message. And while I am the current entertainment anchor every morning on Good Day LA, I also am an advocate for cancer, blood cancer, children's cancer awareness, all cancer. I used to think the best compliment I ever got was, "Wow, you're a great interviewer. Wow, that was a great celebrity interview." And now some of the best messages I'll get on Instagram or in person is, "Hey Amanda, thank you for helping me get through cancer." That will never get old. Reading that message, hearing someone say that I helped them get through cancer. As a girl who grew up here in Las Vegas, moved out to LA to be something, I never knew what that something would really mean. In fact, the LA Press Club awarded me the President's Award last year for not only sharing my cancer story as a human, but for doing it as a journalist too. We're not used to being the story. We're used to telling the story. When my story became a story, I had no choice but to lean in. So I'll give you an example. While I was fighting cancer, I had to shave my head. Okay, I had to say goodbye to the hair. And I said, you know what? I've gone to gender reveal parties with my girlfriends. I've gone to baby showers, bridal showers. I'm gonna have a party. You're gonna have a party? You're gonna have a party and shave your head? Yeah, you know what I'm gonna call it? I'm gonna call it a buzz party. So I invited all my closest friends over, and I said, bring tequila. Because when my hairdresser and friend went through my head with the razor and locks of hair would fall out, I said, now everybody take a shot of tequila. Because after this haircut, we're all gonna be buzzed. Yay! Nice! Right here, I love it. And we were all buzzed. Now that's a memory I look back at and smile. It wasn't scary because my friends and my family helped get me through it. Now it's 2025. I'm approaching the big 4-0 in June with a grateful heart. And I wanted to tell you that the art of possibility is within each and all of you. I'm living proof of it. I'm just a girl from LVA, and the possibilities truly are unlimited. Thank you for your time.